Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Day 2 roundup US Open 2022. We're going to get into it. I cannot wait to talk about this because there have been some massive upsets, some shocking results to say the least. We're going to get into it. Before we do, remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. And also, if you're a podcast listener, remember to leave a rating or review. Again, apologies for my Darth Vader, budget Darth Vader sounding voice, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, Imran Kubler actually ended 2-1 up Kubler. It's been suspended because of, I think how late it was or the weather. So either way, they'll continue today. Shapovalov won in 5 sets. A very, very tough match against Häusler, the Swiss player. And it's not a surprise, really, given how he's been playing this year. But good to see him get the win under his belt. TFO beat Giron in straight sets. Good win for him in an All-American affair. And Popyrin beat Seng in straight sets as well. Catch did the same against Otter, and Fognini coming through against Karatsev, who will be extremely disappointed given he was 2 sets to love up and surrendered that 2-set lead to end up losing in the final set 6-4. Sam Querrey, well, a lot of people thinking, including myself, that it could be his last US Open, his last swan song, but Ivashka spoiling the party, winning in 4 sets. Brewer beat Manarino in straight sets. That's an upset for me. Manarino is a pretty good hard quarter, honestly, and I didn't think he'd go particularly deep, but I thought he'd get past the first round, so it's a good win for the Dutch player. Ramos Vinolas beat Gombos in straights, and Brooksby got a walkover against Lejovic after taking the first 2 sets as well. Musetti with a hard-fought victory over David Goffin, winning in 5 sets. And look at that, 11-9 in the final set tiebreaker. That would have been heartbreaking for David Goffin. Yannick Sinner beat Altmaier in 5 sets as well. So both young Italians really having to dig deep, honestly. And they'll be hoping for more straightforward victories if they're to progress in the second round. And Coric came through against Coaquad. Now, Coric was 5-3 down the final set. So he also was 2 sets to love up, though. Let's see how his body holds up. He's pulled out of a lot of matches in the last couple of years because of niggles, because of injuries, and opponents have got walkovers, and he hasn't really managed to last physically. That is obviously the reason why as well he was ranked so low until Cincinnati, because he just isn't able to play regularly. Now he seems to be in better shape. Let's hope that his body holds up. Cilic beat Martera in straight sets. Eubanks beat Martinez in straights as well. And Korea beat Grigspor. I thought Grigspor would come out on top, but a good win for the Argentine, again winning in straights. Kecmanovic won in 4 against the American Tien, and Rune beat Kochwijk 2, 4, and 6. Rublev had to battle hard against Zheng in 5 sets. Was actually 2 sets to love up, similar to Coric, but in the end had to then play a 5th and win it 6-4. Kwon beat Verdasco in 4 sets. Good win for the South Korean. And then Evans beat Vesely in straights. Duckworth beat O'Connell in 4. And Isner beat Delbonis in straight sets. Same for Alcaraz against Baez, who also got a walkover in the end, but took the first 2 sets 7-5. Nakashima beat Kotov in straights. And Sousa beat McDonald in 4 sets. Richard Gasquet, a good matchup that was. I said it was a close one, but Richard Gasquet, I guess the experience really shone through against Taro Daniel, winning in 4 sets in the end. And Dimitrov beat Steve Johnson, a good win for the Bulgarian in straights. Cam Norrie beat Benoit Paire in 3 sets and double bageled him as well. 6-love, 7-6, a 6-love. And Nick Kyrgios and these matches were from day 1. Let's then finish off with the night matches that went on yesterday. Suspended match here, so we're going to talk about that. But Schwartzman got a walkover against Jack Sock. He was actually 2 sets to love down, took the 3rd set 6-love, was 1-love up in the 4th set, and Jack Sock had to retire. So that's a massive shame for Jack Sock, because he was shaping up for a potential victory for the American. And this is why I mentioned it on day 1 of the roundup, that a lot of these players are playing a lot of tournaments very, very close, in close proximity to Grand Slams. I'm not quite sure whether it's the best thing for their bodies. And we've seen quite a few walkovers, to be honest with you, on the men's and women's side, early doors at the US Open. And it might just be that the calendar's catching up to them. But I think they maybe players need to think a bit more about how much they play close to a tournament. I guess for players that are unseeded, there's a reason why they're doing it. It's to bump up their rankings and to try and get seeded for the Slam, which I get. But I know it's an interesting one. It's a balancing act, I guess. And Nadal beat Hijikata in 4 sets. Now, I was watching this as well alongside the Raducanu Cornet match, and Nadal looked pretty good. I mean, the first set, Hijikata, I mean, I was quite impressed. I've never seen him play before. He's not the tallest player, not the kind of biggest player, but a pretty potent serve into corners for the most part. Not huge, but big enough. And then likes to come and serve volley at times, likes to come forward, likes to volley, has good forehand, pretty solid. And what that means is that he's able to come forward and come behind it. And his game was good, very varied. I liked his style, quite aggressive. For Nadal, though, he found his rhythm in the second set and then obviously ran away with it, interestingly, in the end. All right, women's singles. Let's go on to the 2 night matches first, actually. So, Osaka, former US Open champion, lost to Danielle Collins in straight sets. The American getting, the better of it. Osaka just not able to rekindle the type of form we expected of her this year. She really hasn't. Azarenka beat Kruger in 3. Siniakova beat Townsend in 3 sets as well. Niemiya beat, again, another Grand Slam champion, Sofia Kenin, in straight sets. And Cornet beat the reigning champion, Emma Raducanu. Raducanu, a breakup in both sets. The first set, she was 1-love up, broke in the first game, then got broken back straight away. Second set, she was 3-1 up, and then lost 5 games in a row to lose a set. So, look, didn't play terribly. Backhand definitely faltered towards the back end of the match. Cornet played some really good tennis, for sure. Great drop shots, great variation. Backhand up the line is sublime, to be honest with you. But I think Raducanu needs to. I think if she's better there mentally, she wins it. I don't necessarily think it was to do a skill set, honestly, because she fought hard in the first set and lost it. That's understandable. Second set, though, she surrendered a lead where she shouldn't have. And I think Cornet definitely played the slightly better tennis, but Raducanu should have been taking that to a third set for me. And then who knows? Maybe she still loses it. But, at least she would have gone down swinging, I feel. It ended up being a rather tame end in the end, and no fault of her own. I say no fault of her own, but obviously didn't do it on purpose. But it's a massive shame because, I get that it was a tough draw. It could have been a lot tougher, though, as well. Right, Sharif lost to Kostyuk in straight sets. Bukska, again, beat Yuvan in straights. Potenseva, this is a bit of an upset as well. It is an upset, actually. She's been in good form, Potenseva, but Anisimova, who I had going pretty deep, if I'm not mistaken, she loses in straight sets to the Kazakh player. Begu beats Mertens in 3 as well, so another seed falling there. Martic beating Gracheva in straight sets. One beating Forlis in straights. Van Uytvanck beating Venus Williams in straight sets as well. Is that Venus Williams' last singles match of her career? We shall see. Lauren Davis beat Bronzetti in 3 sets, so we've got a walkover at 5-4 in the third. Bencic beat Petkovic in 3 sets. Petkovic will be retiring after the US Open. Great career. Badosa beat Serenko in 3. Sasnovich beat Cocciaretto in straights. And Rybakina, the Wimbledon champion, who a lot of people thought would go very deep, and not just go deep, potentially even win the tournament. She lost in straight sets to Burrell. Potapova lost to Liu. Sorry, Potapova beat Liu in straight sets, and Kalinina beat Pera 4-4. Kvitova carried on her good form, beating Andreeva 7-6, 6-love, and Stevens beat Minin in 3 sets as well. She set up a great match with Swiatek. Sabalenka beat Harrison in straight sets, and Favoritova beat Wang in straights as well. Pliskova beat Lynette 6-2, 4-6, 7-6, 10-8 in the final set tiebreaker. What a tight one that was. Kirsty beat Sigmund 4-4. And Qinwen Zheng doing what I thought she could, beating the 16th seed Ostapenko 6-3, 3-6, 6-4. Buskova beat Noskova 6-2, 6-7, 6-2. And yeah, these matches are from yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, with Muguruza beating Tolson in straight sets. And I know Swiatek was yesterday. Right, let's go into then my player of the day. Oh, it's a tough one, you know. Who do I go with? Who do I go with? I think it's going to be Elise Cornet. And I'll tell you why. I think, does it? Was it surprising though? But she did play. Did she play well enough, I guess, to get that? She did play quite well. She did. On the men's side, I don't know. It's difficult to say, really. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm going to go with. I'm going to go Cornet. I just think it's a good win, a really good win, and she carries on a great Grand Slam form, and deservedly so because she's worked really hard and she's having an Indian summer for sure. Right, let's go through then the matches for today, and I'll give you my quick predictions as well. PCB Bublik, PCB, de Minaur to beat Garin. That is a really good match, right? So that's a replay of the round of 16 Wimbledon match that Alex de Minaur was 2-0 up in and ended up losing in 5. So he will be really hungry for revenge. Garin will be thinking, I've got the mental edge over you. Let's see who comes out on top. Holt, catch in. I'm going to go Holt. Mute, Van der Zand, Schulp. Going to go Van der Zand, Schulp. Murray, Nava, going to go Murray. Berrettini to beat Grenier. Kyrgios to beat Bonzi. Ruud to beat Van Ritterveen. JJ Wolf to beat Tabio. Derek Fokina to beat Fucsovic. Korda to beat Tommy Paul. I'm going to go for. That's a pretty brave call, but I'm going to go for it. Galan to beat Thompson. Of course, Galan beat Tsitsipas in the first round, the Colombian. Borges to beat Wu. And Hatchnot to beat Montero. All right, and then the evening matches. Oh, Felix Draper. That's a tough one for Felix, I'll tell you that. I'm going to go Felix, but not a lot of confidence because Draper's been playing really well. Felix has been playing quite well as well, but a bit more up and down. So we'll see. Medvedev to beat Riddinek, though, in my opinion, as well. And then if we go to the women's matches, Jabeur to beat Mandlik. We'll probably try to cover that, actually. Keep an eye out for that. Kuzmova, Shelby Rogers going to go Rogers. Sakari to beat Wang. Keys to beat Georgie. Risk to beat Osorio Serrano. Snigger to beat Marino. Dart to beat Galfi. Zhang to beat Schmidlova. Kudermetova to beat Zanevska. Goff to beat Roos. Krejcikova to beat Krunic. Tomjanovic to beat Rodina. Garcia to beat Kalinskaya. And that's a tough one for Fernandez against Samsonova, but I'm going to go Fernandez. And then we've got really the two biggest matches of the day, in my opinion. Serena Williams versus Kontaveit and Helen Meyer versus Andreescu. That two ridiculously good matches. Can Serena do it? It's the number 2 seed. She hasn't been in great form, Kontaveit, so she wants a player. It'll be now. She'll have the crown behind her. I'm going to go Serena. I'm going to go big. Going Serena. And Helen Meyer versus Andreescu. Helen Meyer has beaten Andreescu recently. I'm going to go Andreescu, though, the former US Open champion, to, I guess, assert her dominance as a Grand Slam champion. But let's see. That's going to be, for me, that has 3 sets written all over it, but we'll see. We'll see. Arguably, probably the best match of the day, Helen Meyer, Andreescu. Profile-wise, Serena Kontaveit, obviously. Cool. Thanks very much, guys. Stay safe and well. And we'll see you on the next video.